The sweet spot's like a river. It's like a flowing river. And it's kind of like you get in the canoe, you get in the river, and even without any effort seemingly. But here's the other side of that. You may actually be quite fruitful on this journey, in this flow, and not even realize it. Let's talk talents, ambition, and skill. I haven't got a chance to break up my digital whiteboard yet, so one of my favorite tools. So I figured today was a good day to do it. So think about a good old Venn diagram. And so if we think of talents, ambition, skills, okay? I actually believe that one of the goals that we have to do as entrepreneurs, I think one thing I want you to think about is if you're an entrepreneur, like starting a business, or even, it doesn't matter who you are, right? You're an employee, whatever, that there's a sweet spot, right? This center place in the Venn diagram, if you will, this sweet spot that if we can operate most of our time out of that space, that sweet spot, that we will be the most productive, the most internally inspired and internally motivated, and the most fulfilled is if we can operate out of that sweet spot, that unique space. And we don't take enough time to evaluate what we're doing. Is this coming out of my natural gifting? Am I naturally investing, or am I investing in my natural gifting? And am I enhancing and increasing this sweet spot? Because it can also grow, right? Early on, when you're just new to this, and maybe some of you haven't thought about this stuff in this way, you might be like, oh yeah, like I kind of get it. But the more you intentionally pursue the activities, the thoughts, the learning, the growth, the efforts, the everything in this area, it expands. And the more that you can live in your sweet spot professionally, I mean, even in ministry and in life and all these areas, the more time you spend in there, the more productive and the more fulfilled, the most joy you're going to have in everything that you do. It's like the sweet spot's like a river. It's like a flowing river. And it's kind of like you get in the canoe, you get in the river, and even without any effort seemingly, without any kind of really working hard, you just flow in a certain area. You get somewhere almost by accident. And there's things like that. There's certain things that you just flow in, and you see progress and things go forward with almost seemingly no effort. But here's the other side of that. You may actually be quite fruitful on this journey, in this flow, and not even realize it. Because that's one of the downsides to your unique gifting, or this river, the sweet spot, whatever we want to call it. One of the downsides to it is it's so natural to who you are that you almost devalue it yourself. To be honest, I just thought that I like to talk a lot, but it actually showed me that no, actually I have a gift. I was actually made by God, designed by God to have this gift of communicating and connecting with others. And I just never saw that as valuable in my life before. I never thought that it was helpful or beneficial to my life. And all of a sudden I got this awareness of like, wow, like I have a unique gifting and unique ability. How could I improve that? And so then all of a sudden, so going back to this is I became aware of talents. Here's the thing about talents. Talents God put in you. That's the difference between these words. Talent is something that you are made with. You are divinely designed. You are knit together in your mother's womb. You are made for a purpose, and God put things in you, and it's just your natural propensity. It's your natural tendency. You do it whether you think about it or not. It's a natural, right? Skills, however, can be learned. Experience. Now, I'll tell you what, obviously, and you're about to see in a second, the sweet spot is where when your skills are on the back, the shoulders, if you will, of your talents. When you're intentionally building skills that expand the natural gifting of your life. So talents, skills. Ambition is your desire, your passion, your willingness to apply effort, attention, intention, just going after it. So talents God put in you. Skills you can learn and develop. Ambition is up to you. You might think, well, no, like I want more, but no, like ambition's a decision. I decide. And when you apply all three of those things, when you look at, okay, this is how I'm naturally gifted. This is how my natural wiring, where I'm headed towards. These are the skills that I've developed, I've learned, I'm expanding, I'm intentional about. And I wake up every day with an ambition and a fire to expand my skill set, to release the natural giftings and talents that I have. And then I look at these things and I say, how can I align most of what I do in the sweet spot? How can I work out of my sweet spot? You've got multi-millionaire, super successful people who are like, can barely put a sentence together, but they're highly analytical, technical. You got some that have like no technical skills, but they're good at communicating. You've got like success is actually not like, oh, well, if you communicate well and you've got enough of this organization and enough of that, that creates success. No, you see super successful people, again, in business and in family, ministry, life, that are completely different. What made them successful? I believe it's because they figured out who they are, they built skills that support that, and they have a fire and a drive to see that expand, and they applied it.